Cinematics in video games. Easily a highlight for me when playing a new or old video game is the cinematics. Heck, I remember when I was like 9 playing Final Fantasy VIII on the PlayStation and utterly crapping myself seeing the intro cinematic. It was like, this is what video games can do? Like, the future seemed endless. Like, wow, this is what we're doing? What are we doing in 5 years? How about 10? Cinematics have always been a way for developers to input epic and intense moments from video games into often only bite-sized but still very stellar-looking movie-like scenes. While at times cinematics can break immersion, cinematics for the most part have always been an important part of video games. Naturally, I'm going to talk about Blizzard since that's what I do on this channel, and Blizzard isn't really new to the idea of cinematic scenes in video games. From Diablo to WoW and now to Overwatch, Blizz has been doing it for some time. Of them, I have a special place in my heart for the World of Warcraft cinematic trailers. You know, the ones that usually signal an expansion release and happen at the beginning when you first boot up WoW. I figured now would be as good a time as any to rank the WoW cinematic trailers from worst to best. As of now, there are 7 cinematic trailers, and yes, that includes the vanilla WoW one as well. Note that I'm not actually ranking these really on animation quality, as that stuff changes over time, and this game came out in 2004. Instead, I'm really more paying attention to aspects from the trailers I enjoy, like characters, storytelling, etc. And I'm not trying to focus too much on the negatives, as there aren't a lot of negatives to say about these trailers to begin with. Also, it should be noted when I say worst to best, worst isn't really meant to be negative in this situation. So if you see your favorite in the lower spots, don't flip out. I just didn't enjoy it quite as much as the other ones. This is my opinion. That doesn't mean you're wrong though, and it doesn't mean I don't want to hear your opinion. Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to check out your rankings or favorite trailers, so just hit me up. Let's get started with the lowest spot on the list at number 7. Starting off at the bottom is the Burning Crusade cinematic trailer. I'm starting this off a little bit edgy, and look, I love Burning Crusade. For all its flaws, it did so much more right than wrong. And honestly, I don't hate this trailer in the least bit. I remember seeing it when Burning Crusade was first announced and freaking out. But it's just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of there. Illidan does start off this trailer with some really awesome narrative that gives us a look at his past and just kind of how he's still upset about it, which I would be too. But that's kind of where all that ends. After that, we see the new races, the Draenor and Blood Elves, followed by some standard PvE, PvP interactions that are both humorous and epic at times. And then finishing it up with Illidan and his signature "You are not prepared" line. Overall, the Burning Crusade trailer does an impressive job showing off what's coming up next, like the new races, and a famous WoW villain, and I respect it for that, but it didn't bring the heat or tears quite like the other trailers do. Not to say it's a bad trailer, far from it, but just not on the same level as other trailers on this list. Definitely seeing this trailer though, it did inspire me to buy the Burning Crusade, and I will give Blizzard credit, it is very good at promoting the game.
You are not prepared!
Up next is the original World of Warcraft cinematic trailer. Starting us off with some heavy narrative about wars past, the trailer wastes no time showing off exactly what WoW's known for: Alliance vs. Horde. Some great shots of different classes and races right before they're butting heads in classic PvP fashion. I love the standalone scenes prior to them actually fighting because it shows how beautiful and peaceful, while at the same time epic, each one of these races and classes can be. The orcs rage, the tauren just kind of exist, the dwarves hunt. All perfect interpretations of what we're going to be dealing with in this new game. I especially love the mage shots. I've played a mage since Vanilla WoW, and these scenes make mages look super awesome. If I had anything specific I'd like to add to the trailer, it would have just been a little bit more of a PvE theme as well. Maybe like a dragon burning the landscape or something cool like that. But elsewhere, the trailer still holds up great even today. It's easily a very memorable trailer, and definitely one that sold many copies of the World of Warcraft. Taking the next spot is the Cataclysm trailer. Whoo boy, I can already hear the fanboys and girls tearing my heads off in the comments. Look, I love Deathwing, and even though my feelings towards him in the actual expansion itself are sour, in the trailer they did him great justice. He's big, he's mean, he's epic, he's metal as heck. I especially love that he narrates the trailer himself as well. It's like he's telling the story and spelling out our doom all in one instance. I love that what we see at first is Deathchin actually getting his armor repaired and enhanced since his last conflict. It helps cement right out the gate that this Deathwing is going to be more than what we have seen in the past. Of course, I can't forget to talk about the death and destruction that he leaves in his wake. Visually stunning in every way as we sit back and watch the big old DW destroy everything we know and love. I have to say, while Cata may not be the most loved expansion, the trailer does a great job of keeping us on our seats. It takes something we love and then breaks it, which in a lot of ways is very similar to when a really important or loved character dies in a story or movie. You hate it, but at the same time, that's just good storytelling. It's denying us closure. It's strengthening our need to see more. And that is why Cataclysm's trailer is a freaking good one. Let's move on to the Legion trailer. When I started writing this list, I had this trailer pinned for the number 1 spot, but sadly it fell backwards rather quickly. It's because I realized that we are still in Legion. This trailer is still super fresh in our minds, and there's a lot of post-trailer cinematics that help to complete the trailer, but I really wanted this trailer to kind of be a standalone thing if I'm going to rank it. That being said, the trailer still freaking rocks. It's a perfect blend of touching sad character building meets epic conflict. I love Varian's character here. I generally play Horde, and so for the longest time I was kind of at odd ends with Varian. I love his backstory, but I always felt like he was kind of a jerk. But this trailer helped change my mind about all that. He is an extremely respectful, strong-willed character, and this trailer shows it off flawlessly, as well as Sylvanas as well. The fact that she's still willing to fight beside Varian shows that there's still moral justice left inside of her. More than build their characters though, this also helped to pump me for Legion. It helped to show me the sheer danger of the Legion firsthand, as even the Horde and Alliance were grouping together to fight the oncoming threat, and yet still getting their butts kicked.
But from you, I have learned patience, tolerance, and faith.
I love the pace changes as well in the trailer. I love that it bounces back and forth from slow to epically fast, and it helps to keep me invested in the trailer as well as the expansion itself. This was definitely an epic reminder of how awesome WoW could be at any one point, and I had recently quit WoW and completely missed Warlords of Draenor. This trailer brought me back.
For Azeroth!
We are at the top 3, and I have to say these were the worst ones for me. I was super conflicted the whole time, but I finally settled, and in the number 3 spot sits Mists of Pandaria's cinematic trailer. Blizzard has always done a great job of making epic trailers in games, but they aren't shy to making something fun as well. Hearthstone comes to mind. Mists of Pandaria's trailer is a perfect blend of humor and honor, something I greatly appreciate when done right, and boy did Blizzard do it right. I love the fight scene between the human and orc soldiers, as it really helped to foreshadow how PvP-oriented Mists of Pandaria would end up being. Man oh man, when Stormstout shows up from the mists and starts laying down that butt kicking, whew, I'm in it to win it. The fighting is well put together, and I love the mixture of comedy. I also love the part where the orc and the human kind of set aside their differences for another day to win against a clearly greater foe. The ending does it all though, the mist clearing to reveal Pandaria. Perfectly fitting considering the expansion's name. The narration at the end destroys me too. It's so deep, so powerful to hear. Something that holds true in real life coming from a video game. That monumental feeling of protecting those you love. Feels good. Pandaria is generally considered a mixed bag for most, but most can also agree that the trailer is intense, funny, and extremely endearing.
My kind, the true question is, what is worth fighting for?
Our next to last spot goes to Warlords of Draenor's cinematic trailer. Blizzard, why? Why'd you do this? Putting in butterfly effect-esque time-traveling plots is dangerous stuff, Blizz. It's just dangerous. Games like Chrono Trigger pull it off flawlessly, but they also knew how to play it safe. But Warlords of Draenor didn't play it safe, and mixed that in with a crap ton of content cuts, and well, what isn't the most loved expansion in WoW? Now is it?
Must we give in return? Everything.
While Warlords of Draenor is only half of what we were promised, its trailer gives 100% epicness. Reshowing the events of the orcs becoming corrupted by the demon Manaroth, we get to see an alternate set of events take place in which Grom refuses to drink the blood of Manaroth, because he was previously informed by Garrosh of its corruptive nature. This sparks the Orc Rebellion into an epic clash with Grom vs Manaroth that will give you Warcraft 3 wet dreams for days.
And did you bring these mongrels here? Just to watch you die?
This isn't some showdown like you knew before. Nope. Grom's got futuristic weaponry, including an Iron Star up his sleeves. Man, that fight was intense. I was like on the edge of my seat the whole freaking time. I was like, there's no way Grom could win. And then I saw the Iron Star and I was like, holy crap, this is about to get way more intense. Then you follow that up with him building the Dark Portal and bam, bam, this expansion is gonna be crazy good. Oh wait, but this trailer is an impressive exception. This trailer helped to show storytelling in a different light. It doesn't need heavy narration, instead relying on past told stories, but with a new series of events unfolding, and it works because, well, that's how time travel storytelling usually does work. Getting to see the events happen in new ways is impressive.
Never be slaves!
And the fight scenes are freaking awesome. Brilliant way to start out a rather weak expansion pack, unfortunately.
But we will be conquerors.
Here we are, the time is now, the moment is at hand. The best expansion pack trailer is the only one left. Wrath of the Lich King takes our #1 spot. When making this, I wanted to ensure that bias and nostalgia played as little a part as possible. And I know that's kind of impossible, but I did the best I could. If they had, vanilla would have been destroying this list, but from a purely awesome standpoint, it doesn't get better than the Wrath of the Lich King trailer. Starting out with some awesome narration from the late father of Arthas, we get a little emotional attachment to a character we already know is going to be evil. The words of our late Lordaeron King hold heavy, especially for Warcraft 3 veterans, but also for those of us with a familiar knowledge of the story of Arthas. It helps to humanize Arthas despite him now being the Lich King. And what's great about this trailer is that it holds strong beyond just being a trailer. It isn't just an introduction. It's leading us to the end as well. We start with Arthas on the Frozen Throne and his father talking to us, narrating. And that's very much where Wrath of the Lich King also ends as well. That's just pure genius. What? That's not good enough for you? How about Arthas straight up resurrecting Malygos' dead wife, Sindragosa? That's freaking awesome. That's freaking brilliant, Blizzard. Not only did you just humanize our next villain, building him up to something great, but you just straight up showed us what he's now capable of too. Jesus. I mean, when we went into this whole thing, we were wondering how powerful the new Lich King could be, and that's how you show it off right there. Overall, Blizzard has shown off some impressive trailers, but in my opinion, at the very least, none stand up to the towering might of the Wrath of the Lich King trailer.
When my days have come to an end, you shall be king.
Hey, thanks for watching as always. Which trailer did you enjoy the most? Tell me in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more Blizzard game content. Like Overwatch, WoW, Diablo? I do them here. I'm Captain Potato, and I'll see you spuds next time, next video.